Alright guys, hello and welcome. So, right off the bat here, I'm in the front of the Lizette. I don't even want to turn around. For those of you that are on consoles, and I know there are some of you, I'm going to be discussing spoiler stuff for the second Dream. So if you care about that, I'm going to be discussing what's up with the second Dream. So, please go if you care about that. I assume you guys will be gone now. So let's talk about this update, the second Dream. Because a lot of shit has happened. A lot of shit has happened. A huge amount of shit has happened. So we got a bunch of new weapons, which should be at the bottom here. Pretty much all of them should be. One of them is not. I'll go up and see that. Lacera, Rubico, Talons. Haven't used any of those yet. And then we've got War and Broken War, which is up towards the top. So Broken War, this weapon is, like, from all reports and accounts, basically the best sword in the game now. Best single sword, like, bar none, because its stats, these are its stats, and then the previous best was Dakra Prime. And that looks like this. So, it's just a better weapon, pretty much straight up. So, for those of you that like single swords, that's probably going to be amazing. And then beyond that, War is basically a side grade to the Skindo Prime. Obviously, I don't have it, so I can't specifically test that. But basically, it is just a side grade to the Skindo Prime that is slower, but it's longer and it does more damage. So that's a thing. This comes from the Stalker. Looks fucking cool, and I'm excited to get to that eventually. Lacera is kind of the, like, you would get this before the Mios to see if you like the weapon type, basically, I think. Its stats are okay. Definitely not, like, it's got status, but I don't really think that's what you want out of a whip blade. Definitely kind of like a beginner whip blade, I think, and then the Mios would be what you'd go into. The Rubico is interesting. I definitely need to acquire and, like, shoot this weapon before I decide anything on it, like, just from the basis. Seems like a cool gun. The sniper upgrade is still being mulled over by me. Talons, this is also a thing I'm going to need to check out before I say anything concrete about. They're like the Kastanas, but I need to see exactly what they can do once they're modded appropriately before I make any, like, big decisions about them. So, those are the Lacera and the Talons are clan tech. Wars from the Stalker. Rubico is in the market, but it requires Argon. I think it's building right now. And then Broken War is the end reward of the second Dream, or one of the end rewards. So let's go into the back, and this is like the bigger thing, way back in here. So we have the compartment and stuff, and all this got expanded, and that's great. Then also back down in here. Okay. So, now we have the operator, and there are a lot of good things with this, but some bad things with this as well. First of all, I really like having the operator. Being able to get, like, this customization is super cool. The quest was amazing. I had a lot of fun with it, and the reveal was ridiculous. And if you guys want to see, like, my, like, initial reactions to this stuff, the stream archive will be up at some point. Twitch hasn't been cooperating with me. But it will be up as soon as possible. So basically with this, you get 4 different focuses. This is the focus system. I chose Unairu for mine, and I have gotten a bunch of upgrades for it already. Unairu might be one of the weaker ones. I've been having a good time with it so far, and I haven't really noticed, like, Medusa Touch or Stone Shape or Mighty Blows activating very much. I think it's just because I don't have them leveled very much. Like, the chances for Medusa Touch and Mighty Blows might not be noticeable yet, and Medusa Touch might have just a tiny % chance, and Stone Shape doesn't show itself in any, like, meaningful way up front that I can really tell. So, for right now, I'm kind of moot on all of these passives until we get some, like, hard numbers behind everything. But having a 5, which is what this determines, is really, really cool, and I like it a lot. There are a lot of things that are going to change with the system, I hope, And one thing already changed that I think was a bad decision. We go into this, go into one of these. Oh, wait, nope, that's not the wrong note. It's the opening note. This one. I have 14k extra possible for this, which means that my lens in my items that is giving me the focus experience when I fill it with excess affinity has a limit. And yesterday, it did not have a limit, which is why I have all 3 of my passives, my Flare Mastery, and this is leveled up once. Yesterday, it wasn't that way. So I was just going for it and getting a bunch of skills and stuff. Now there's a 75k cap on your per day focus experience, which sucks. It absolutely is too low. It is way too low. Someone did the calculations for how long it would take you to complete one tree, one of these 5 trees, and it is hitting your cap every single day for about 3 months, which is way too damn much. And I think it was like 99 days. That is way too much. That is ridiculous. And because like this stuff, this is all personal stuff. You're choosing this is helping you personally. You're not, like, you're trading lenses and stuff, but that has nothing to do with experience. That's just people having access to these other classes and things. I'm working on unlocking Matter Eye. That will happen tomorrow, most likely. Having a cap for this doesn't make sense other than to make it just artificially lengthen the amount of time it will take to complete these things. And I feel like it makes it, like, meaningless, basically. Like, it means that for months from now, no one is going to have, like, any meaningful amount of stuff in any of these. Because, like, I have not seen the Medusa Touch activate even one time, and I have been playing Wukong and Valkyr and Excalibur and frames like that, who melee all the time, and I haven't seen this even a little bit. And I get that it's rank 0, but it's going to be rank 0 for a long-ass time, because for me to level this up one time, it cost me an entire day worth of the experience that I could get. Which would be totally fine for it to be this number if I could also get more. Or, alternatively, if this cap was in, like, if I have a cap on Anairu, and I have a cap on Matter Eye, and I have a cap on Naramon, and I have a cap on Zeneric, and I have a cap on Vazarin. If all of those were 75k, I'd be like, okay, yeah, absolutely. Someone would have to try unbelievably hard to hit these caps. But it being 75k total for all of them means that I can't, like, I'm gonna run out of things to do, like, really fast. Like, I'm gonna get on, and I do the sorties, and I think the sorties, which we'll talk about in a second is right now. I had forgotten to talk about the sorties, and I'm just gonna add it in right here, because I don't have a whole lot to say about them, other than I like them a whole lot. They're awesome. So sorties appear up here, and they refresh every 24 hours. And they involve a boss, in terms of theme. And then you'll do 3 missions in a row, which get progressively harder and have different modifiers to them. So today it was energy reduction, which reduces your total amount of available energy on your Warframe by half, which is a relatively light modifier. Second mission was melee only, which was actually really fun to do and was super, like, cool. And then Eximus Stronghold, which drastically increases the amount of Eximus in the mission up to the point where the last wave of this defense mission was just Eximus. I think it was only Eximus. It was just all Eximi. And these missions are really hard, and they change every day, and they're really interesting to do, and I like them a whole lot. And on top of that, I have a really good reason to do these, because if we look at the season 1 reward pool today, I got the Karak Wraith blueprint, which is maybe not, like, amazing, like, whatever, but, like, these missions are fun, and I have a chance at getting a lot of things that I don't have, like, things that are always good here. Whoa, this list got longer. Okay, these blueprints weren't here before. Okay, anyway, the greater blueprints were not there before. That's really interesting. I didn't see those. I'd like to get those as well. Anyway, things that are good all the time. 25 fusion cores. Sure. Okay, yeah, whatever. I could use those. I'm always going to need them. Reactors, awesome. Catalyst, awesome. Legendary core, amazing. Daravandal parts, I don't have that right now, so that's still really good. Exless adapter, I'm going to always need more of those. They're going to keep coming out with Warframes. Lenses, always need more of those. 50 fusion cores, yes please, yes please. And then these greater things, yeah, I'm going to want that. They'll save me 200k credits. That's awesome. And then the croc parts, I already have the croc parts, but like, whatever, it's fine. Overall, I like this a lot. This is awesome. This is a great system. I will get on to do this every day, not because I like have to, but because this is fun and has good rewards, and also doesn't take like an insane amount of time or anything. It was like, and this is a defense, so it was a little bit longer than normal, I guess. It was like maybe like 30-40 minutes. Not even a big deal. It's what it felt like anyway. It felt like a short amount of time because I was having a lot of fun. Yeah, really like Sorties, and that's kind of all I have to say about them. So let's get back to me talking about those other things. Are wonderful. But like this system, adding the cat, yesterday it was awesome. I got a bunch of stuff done in Unairu, I got a bunch of like things unlocked, and I was like, great. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll like do some more of this stuff and unlock some more things. And I think that's awesome, and this is like a progression system that I like, and I want to like be able to switch between these 5 and use all the different things they have to offer, which in the description below, there will be links to what all of the full trees and all the skills on those are, and what all the different ones do for those of you that haven't made your decision yet. But yeah, like, having the cap on, like, the total amount being 75k is really shitty. And there's a couple other things that we'll talk about that is really shitty that have to do with lenses. So, we're gonna go back up here. So I've been leveling Maturai a little bit with my Lex Prime, which is what I decided to put the lens in. The bad thing here is that, okay, so if you put the lens into a Warframe, let me just go up here to Excal. Excal is I decided to put my Unairu in my Excal. Upgrade, actions. There's my Unairu lens. So with the Unairu lens, basically, Warframes, as far as I can tell, can get some residual experience just from like using your powers and stuff towards your focus, whereas weapons don't get that residual experience. You're basically taking the mastery that you're getting from kills, and that is what is going into your focus experience, and the conversion rate for however that works is abysmal, absolutely abysmal for Warframes that don't have high damage powers, or like weapons that you're not constantly using and killing tons of groups with. Like if you, for example, let's say your favorite weapon in the game, let's say it's the Jack Tag. That's awesome. You have a favorite weapon. That's totally cool. The Jack Tag is an awesome weapon that you're probably going to use all the time, right? Or at least you're going to have it with you. Well, having it with you doesn't matter. If you're not using that to kill like the bulk 90% of your enemies, you're going through like a mission, like let's say like a sortie defense, even a big long like 20 wave sortie defense, and then you're ending up at the end of that mission with about 500 focus experience. That conversion rate sucks. That is awful. And like there are ways to optimize it, which I'll probably make a video on once I kind of tweak them out a little bit and get them a little more specific. I've been testing a bunch of different things in that regard, especially with how I got all that experience yesterday. But let's not talk about that. So I think the way lenses work on weapons could be a little better to kind of be like all of your weapon kills give you the experience for that stuff. I think that would be better. For Warframes, it really sucks for Warframes that aren't like high in damage, like Excalibur with like his 4, his 3, and his 1. Like you can get a lot of Excalibur ability kills. But for Warframes like Loki, I think that he's kind of in the dust in terms of giving you focus experience, and that really sucks. So, obviously, whenever you come back here, talk to her. Whenever you come back here, it says the feature, this is a feature beta. This is a beta within a beta. So things are gonna change. Expect changes as we evolve this new system. So things are gonna change. And obviously, like, syndicates weren't perfect when they came out, but like, I trust that they can change this and get it right. I think the cap is a little low. and needs to be changed. But like overall, this update is awesome. Like just super good all around. The new moon tile set is wonderful. I like it a whole lot. Getting the new puzzle mods has been like a really fun time. And just in general, like the weapons that they added were meaningful, if maybe a little bit unbalanced, especially for swords. Broken War is a broken weapon. Like it is directly better than Docker Prime, and it's easier to get too. So some weirdness there. But I think things will get hammered out a little bit more with Focus specifically, and things will get better in that regard, especially since I've seen a lot of people in the community on like the Reddit and the official forums that have been not so happy that like we get on and we get the 75k and we do our sorties, and then now what? Because even if you don't have the cap, it's a lot of playtime to get all of that focus experience. Like you have to play a lot to do so. I played I think it was like 4 or 5 hours of like hard grinding just to get to this point on Unairu. Like I don't even have all of the abilities, and this like I'm still missing these 6. I have like these ones, and Basilisk Flare was unlocked for free whenever I chose it. So obviously it would still take some time, and for those people that are willing to do like the hard farm, I think that they should be able to. And like this might sound bad, but like I'm Master Rank 21. In the syndicates, that means something. It means that I am allowed to get more syndicate rep. And that's important for like the amount of like mods and stuff I can get from syndicates and sell and make platinum that way. But then like the focus system doesn't affect other people whenever I just need to level it to get more, like myself more powerful, and I want to level it. So it would be nice if there was something I could do to like possibly make this better in terms of like I want to progress. I don't think that this is going to be a problem for someone who is like just hit Master Rank 4, just did the second dream, and they've got like 1,000,000% game left to go. But for veteran players, this cap is just a way to get us to log off every day and go do something else, and I feel like that really sucks. But hopefully they'll iron it out and make it better. But yeah, overall opinion, obviously I have like a lot of negative things to say right now about Focus since they introduced that cap, because it really put a damper on what was otherwise like the perfect update. And I'm kind of glad that I waited a day to start this video out and such. But let me know what you guys think of the second dream, and what all of like the crazy story implications of having the operator, like the dialogue choices, and then like what's up with the Stalker, Hunhouse, Sentience, Lotus, all that stuff. I think it's all of like the story implication stuff is amazing. The focus system, super new still. Obviously things will be changed, but the change that they've made already in capping our experience feels super shitty, and that's my problem with it now, in a system where I felt like it was kind of fine, except for some ways that you could earn things, or earn points, being a little skewed towards certain weapons and certain Warframes. But yeah, overall this update is second best. This is probably the second best update, falling just barely behind the parkour update, which was changing a core system of the game to be leagues better. And that's mostly because I value gameplay over story a little bit, but they're real close regardless. So let me know what you guys think of the second dream. Anything that you want me to specifically cover, like the puzzles on the moon, anything like that, let me know, and I will either figure it out and make a guide, or let you know where you can get that information. Again, down in the comments are the images of all of the focus trees if you'd like to see those, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.